Next up, I have the privilege of introducing Lizzy Mogale, Managing Executive Insights and Advisory, NedbankRetail and Business Banking, powerhouse. Lizzy Mogale is the Managing Executive for Insights and Advisory for Nedbank Retail and Business Banking, where one of the key focus areas is helping the bank find growth opportunities to create competitive and sustainable businesses. One woman who's very passionate about helping entrepreneurs, especially those who are in the township. Because we sit there and we go, yeah, mare, rona tšhelete ya rona re isa mole. Bona ba re thusa ka eng? You'll find out more. They're doing amazing work for township entrepreneurs. She has over 22 years of experience working in the bank, working across multiple industries, banking, consulting, and listen to this, her life motto is based on 3 aspects. Number 1, disrupt you. Number 2, make a difference. And the last one, leave things better than you found them. A woman who loves entrepreneurs, loves the township. Ladies and gentlemen, please, let's show love. Love. Limpopo, let's show love. Let's put our hands together for Lizzy Mogale. Come on, we can do better. We can do better. We can do better. Let's show some love.
Turfloop Mankweng, how are you doing? Nakin lang ngwana wa moraye. Ke ngwana wa moraye. So DJ, you're gonna hit that. Reba bontsha hore di a bua Limpopo today. Turfloop, you are representing Limpopo today. DJ, you're gonna give us that song. We're gonna give energy in the room. You're gonna show them hore indeed di a bua Limpopo. And we're gonna talk about why di bua Limpopo. DJ, bring it on. Let's get onto our feet, guys, and let's get energy in the room. Turfloop, can I feel your energy? Can I feel your energy? Can I feel your energy? Come on, Mankweng. Can I see you guys? Can I see your energy? Can I see your energy? Let the guys online know what is diabo ya Limpopo. Let them know. Let me see your hands in the air. Yes, that's more like it. Let me see your hands in the air. Nazo, 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 nazo. Thank you, DJ. Time is not on our side. I will not push it. Like I said, ke nna Lizzy Mogale. Ke go let you more. Those who've been motive for quite some time will know what used to be called my lecturing, which is now called Zone 1. Ke product ya Pula Madibo le Dikolobe. Ke tsene gona. I mean, ke ngwana ge ke re ke a rai. Ge nna ke le Makgweng ke re ke a rai ke tla thef. So ke rai mo. And it's such a privilege and an honor to come and to share this, journey more, more motive. As Nedbank, as I've already said, we have a very clear purpose. Our purpose is to be financial experts who do good. We know and we understand issues of dealing with money. But what we believe differentiates us the most is that we want to be financial experts who do good. And this for us is part of the journey of us doing good. We partnered with T. Our journey with T started in 2021. If you will remember, 2021, most businesses were hit by the COVID lockdown. Just when the businesses were trying to turn around, then there was the July riots. And the July riots impacted a lot of small businesses. As we were on the ground and we were talking to people, people said, we don't know how to recover our businesses. We challenged ourselves as a brand to say, a brand that does good. When businesses are impacted, when people say, we don't even have money to restart our businesses, we sat down and worked on 4 initiatives. The first thing, CEDA was looking to find ways to help businesses restart. we partnered with CEDA and we helped them to drive grants for informal traders, those businesses that are not registered, that may not even have bank accounts. We partnered with them. We used a product called Mobi Money, which is our wallet. Literally, any small business can dial star 120 star 001. And through 6 steps, you'll be able to open a wallet. Then we funded those accounts. And I mean, we've seen quite a lot of informal traders who were able to access the fund because we had a product and a solution that helped that, and they were able to restart their businesses. The second thing that we did is internally, we also asked ourselves to say, as a bank, we need to generate money. We set aside a few millions. We partnered, T was one of the organizations that we partnered with. We said, you guys are on the ground, you're dealing with entrepreneurs, you know those businesses that have been running and they have been impacted. We partnered with T and we were able to distribute money to some of the businesses that were impacted, that were looted, to help them to restart their businesses. We also partnered, we know a lot of people are doing side hustles. We also partnered with Nick Harambales, who helps small businesses to do side hustles. We partnered with him, and those who wanted to start businesses, either they had lost their jobs, they were retrenched, and they were trying to figure out a way to restart their businesses. We partnered with him, and we helped the businesses we helped those people say, how do you start a business? We injected funding into them. We took them through business coaching so that they were able to generate income. So that's who we are as a bank. And our journey with T started then. Then after that, as we were talking to some of the businesses that got money, they said, guys, we need to talk more and more with other entrepreneurs. We need to be equipped with the skills that helps us to do business. And that's where this movement that we call Together Beke Beke was actually heightened up. So Together Beke Beke has 3 things. It's a movement. And today you guys have joined the movement. It's a movement that says, through thick and thin, we are together Beke Beke. As a brand, as Nedbank, as T, we are together Beke Beke, impacting one township at a time. And today it's TEF's moment to be able to get that kind of impact. Can I hear you guys saying, together Beke Beke? Hashtag? That's the movement. Hashtag join us for T. Hashtag join us for T. So that's one of the things that we are driving. First of all, it's a movement. Secondly, it's a commitment. It's a commitment by Nedbank to say, in order to help the economic recovery of South Africa, we need to inject entrepreneurial activities within townships. Because it's in townships where jobs are going to be created. It's in townships where economic recovery can be regenerated, when businesses are generated and people start finding ways to be able to generate income and to make money. So we are committed as Nedbank to say, together, Beke Beke, we are with you on the journey. We started this series last year, July. We've been to 14 townships so far. And in each township, what I like about this particular session, you'll see that the exhibitors here are people from the township where we are operating. The venue that we use, we don't look for halls or anything. We repurpose venues. Probably most of you know this venue as a venue Monati. And we're repurposing it to say, look at money differently. You don't only need to use this venue for Monati, you can actually use it to run exhibitions and conferences like this. And we've actually seen it working in multiple townships. I mean, with the impact of load shedding, some of the the places like the shipping container where we've been, people have actually said, small businesses, we have generators. We run generators to be able to serve our customers. Come and work at our premises. And when you work at our premises, buy our food, what happens? You get the power, we get the money because you buy our food. And that's the kind of entrepreneurial spirit that we want to see, the kind of entrepreneurial spirit that we are generating. And we're hoping that today you will create those connections. Today you'll create those connections and say, how do you make sure that a rand circulates around Turfloop over and over and over again. You support one another. You complement each other with the businesses that you do, and you help each other to be able to grow and have impact. I mean, we are next to University of the North. We cannot afford to have, that's why I liked one of the pictures here, who's a student who's running a business. We cannot afford to have students who go to universities to go work. We need students who go to universities to start their own businesses. And for them to start their own businesses, we need to redefine what success is. Personally, I'm passionate about, in townships, we need to redefine success. Success is no longer about driving big cars, buying expensive things. Success is about generating legacy. It's about generating businesses that outlive who we are. And I hope today, as you sit here, you are going to be energized. You're going to find insights that helps you to create businesses that outlive you. Can I see those who want to create businesses that generate legacy? That's the kind of spirit that I'm talking about. So challenge each other today. Just sit and ask yourself, how do you make sure that the business that you run outlive you? How do you create a business that your great-grandchildren can talk stories about? How do you create businesses that when we go to business schools and we study at business schools, Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, but we read about a business that was started Turfloop. We read about a business that was started in Mankwe. And that's the kind of movement that we are talking about. The third thing about Together Bekeli Beke, it's an invitation. It's an invitation of what I've spoken about. But to Mankweng, let's create businesses that turns around the community. I mean, I follow some of the groups, Facebook groups, Mankweng. There's a lot of complaint about crime in the community. There's a lot of complaint about load shedding. There's a lot of complaint about unemployment. Those are the top 3 things that I read a lot around when I read on the communications that are happening around. And it's a call to action for you. What is it that you are doing as a small business? How do you start thinking around, how do you create and increase your business so that you at least hire one more person? So that you at least help someone else to feed their family. And that's what I want to call you to action for. To say that Together Bekeli Beke movement talks about don't just create business that just serves you. Create businesses that turns around the community. Can you imagine if, the 200 of us that are in this room, we bought from one another. You hired Mwanako next door in your business. Can you imagine what that does to the community of Mankweng? Can you just imagine how that just turns a lot of things around? Can you imagine what that does to the young kids who are growing up, who are looking for new role models? Where we are changing to say a role model is not someone a role model is someone who sits, looks around, identifies an opportunity, clubs around with people around, find ways to generate money, find ways to find new skills, and create a business not only that sustains you, but that sustains generations to come. And those are the words that I want to leave you with today. To say, as you sit here, as you listen from one speaker to another, consume everything that is there and ask yourself to say, how are these things that they are talking about helping me to create a business that outlives myself? How do I start making sure that I build teams, I connect with people? The last thing that I also want to talk to you guys about, guys, a bank is your stakeholder. A bank is your stakeholder. Treat a bank as a stakeholder, not something that runs away from you. As you can see, we're also challenging ourselves as a bank to say, how do we start doing business differently? How do we start understanding the challenges that small businesses on the ground are facing? And what is it that we need to do differently? Things around, pocket pause products. We have delivery speed. We've been traveling the journey with this young man. His story inspires me, and you're going to hear from him. Then you connect with him. You start delivering your products to areas that physically you would not have been able to. Start looking also at digital platforms. I also liked around, I'm using social media not to just post jokes. I'm using social media to benefit the business. Start looking at these opportunities that start saying, how do you also create markets beyond the people at TEF? How do you create markets beyond the people that are at TEF? So looking forward to seeing you guys. I love the energy in the room, and I hope you are going to really learn a lot of things that's going to help you. The last thing that I'm going to leave you with, we do know that load shedding is a challenge. So we are going to give away an alternate solution to load shedding. What we want each of you to do is go on Twitter and talk about how are you addressing the impact of load shedding on your business. Talk about how are you addressing the issue of load shedding on your business. Tag hashtag join us for tea. Tag hashtag together Bekeli Beki. What we will do is after how many days, 20? After 3 days. After 3 days, we're going to scroll through through Twitter, and if we find your post that's been liked the most, that's been retweeted the most, we are going to give you an AVO voucher where you choose either a generator or an inverter that helps you to run your business during load shedding. Because we are here to solve the day-to-day problems that exist in the market. I would also urge you, probably I think Bulelani will post it on Join Us for Tea. Look, check out a report. We did a report to understand the impact of load shedding on small businesses. And it was quite interesting to understand the impact, but what stood out for us the most is the workarounds that people were doing to be able to address load shedding. And the reason why we're asking you to share how you're dealing with load shedding is so that other businesses like you can learn from you, and you can also learn from other businesses around how to address and deal with load shedding. Like I gave you an example. A venue like this can say, guys, we have a generator. Come and work at our premise. And this is how we can exchange value. You get access to power. This is how you can also give access to us. How do you start thinking around doing those things as a community? And posting that online, you're sharing it with other people. You'll also be learning with other people. And one lucky person will get that generator or that inverter. So ask your friends, ask your clients to like your post, ask them to retweet your post, because we'll choose the business with the most likes and the most retweets, and we will get that AVO voucher for you, and we'll deliver the solution. We'll get our energy expert to sit with you, understand how much energy your business uses, what's the right solution for you, and we'll get it for your business so that you start running your business. Enjoy the rest of the day. Quite a privilege and an honor to be with you here. Let's generate businesses that leaves a legacy. Mankweng Turfloop, are you guys in the house? That's more like it.